I'm the number one most hated person right now, I guess.
There's a video I posted recently on Instagram and I got a bunch of hate comments on. One of the hate comments has 100,000 likes.
When you accidentally stand to someone who you shouldn't. Just the shadow cast on his face, it literally looked like I was kissing like Shawn Mendes. Never.
Oh my gosh, the gays are not going to be happy about that statement, but...
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the Main Pop Boys.
I'm Adam the Flop.
And I'm Patty Pop Culture.
And we are the
Main Pop Boys.
Patty, what's on your mind today? Who do we hate today?
Oh, I'm the number one most hated person right now, I guess. I'm in my reputation era, as you can tell.
Wait, I love this.
I know.
Is that why you put that on today? You're like...
I woke up, ready for it was my alarm today.
I gotta boom, boom, boom.
So on my podcast and on a few podcasts I've been guest on recently, I've been told I'm unbearably unlikable and rude and just a huge asshole because I just say the truth and I say shit that is real.
Unapologetically.
And if you can't handle that and you don't get the vibe, you don't get the vibe.
Yeah, it's not your problem that they're not getting the vibe.
It's
their problem.
Yeah, I was pissing off a bunch of people with no vibe, no life, no personality. And, you know, I guess that's what you have to do to win on the internet. Just be an boring PG NPC pageant queen for people to like you.
So boring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep being yourself.
I'll try.
Your reputation era is going to be like massive though. Like I sense that for you.
No, I was like low-key thinking that the views on the podcast are doing good. So it's like, I don't know if I'm cut out for outrage marketing though. I'm kind of weak.
Even putting this on today, you were like, I kind of want to wear my pink shirt instead.
Yeah. I don't know. Taylor was really strong for getting through her reputation era.
Oh, I know.
If I get any hate online, I'm like, like I can't deal.
Could you imagine? She was getting hate from like celebrities, like the whole world, pretty much.
Yeah. Hashtag
insane.
Taylor Swift is over party trending.
Everyone calling her a snake. Kim K calling her a snake.
Yeah.
T.
I still can't forgive Kim K for that.
Anyways, do you have a statement? Do you want to do there will be no explanation. There will be just reputation, considering you're in your reputation era right now.
Yeah, I would love to give a statement. Do you want to go first?
Yes. My statement, is Britney Spears made Justin Timberlake famous.
Whoa.
Powerful.
That was a powerful message. If you can't have fun conversations on the internet, you're ugly and have no vibe.
Say it louder for the people in back.
If you can't have, you're ugly and have no vibe.
But yeah, those were our statements.
This is the current state of Stan Twitter.
Woo! Bum bum bum. Stan Twitter this week. I feel like Stan Twitter lately has just been obsessed with, well, like the Swifties in general, which I feel like Swifties are like a large population of Stan Twitter.
It's Swiftie mania right now.
Yeah, and they've just been obsessed with the Eras Tour movie, which neither of us has seen it yet because we've just like want to go with like passionate Swifties. So we're like, let's
also,
just
believe it or not, like we have lives.
Like, believe it or not, we have been busy this past week and like we haven't been able to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the whole internet has just been like obsessed with that. And like the premiere, did you see like how many people went and then she showed up? I was like, damn.
I know. Also, why were neither of us invited?
Why weren't we there?
Did you hear about it at all?
No.
I didn't hear about it at all.
I didn't hear about it until it was happening and Taylor Swift was on the red carpet. And then I started seeing people that I was following on my stories being like, we're at the Eras Tour premiere. Taylor Swift is here. I'm like, what?
Absolutely
I did not hear about that. Yeah.
Like conniving to not tell me that Taylor Swift was 20 minutes away from my house and I could have been 1 foot away from her.
Right.
I want to say so many names of who I blame in that miscommunication, but I won't on this podcast. But I actually like hate so many people for not telling me about that.
Maybe like Taylor Nation just hates us.
I love we're so nice to her. We're continuously so nice to her. Yes, I stir the pot with her on my TikTok because I like to have fun, nuanced conversations that challenge Stan Twitter's thought process. But I'm like, at the end of the day, my undertone is always kind.
At the end of the day, you can tell that you're a Swiftie.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing with me too. Like, sure, I make videos sometimes calling like her low charting songs flops. But at the end of the day, like, I always make sure to say that Taylor Swift is not a flop and that I am a Swiftie. And so, yeah, the fact that we weren't there is a crime.
Yeah.
But anyways,
they were like dancing in circles, doing weird Swiftie satanic rituals.
That video of Taylor Lautner doing flips.
Yeah.
I was like, you're doing the most.
I know. And why does he make every Taylor Swift-esque event about him?
Yeah.
Like, we get it. You're in the Taylor Swift multiverse of madness, but like, sit your ass down. Take your ass to the back.
He's almost like trying to use it to like revive his acting career, I feel like.
I know. It's actually really sad that he's using Taylor Swift to like boost his podcast too.
Yeah.
Because that's for us.
Yeah.
That's for the girlies who weren't in like a lot of blockbuster movies.
Exactly. Like, go be in the sequel of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I know.
Like,
Shark Man.
Yeah. But I feel like in regards to like stan Twitter and the Swifties, I've been seeing a lot of Swifties and like Doja Cat stans kind of going at it because Cruel Summer and Paint the Town Red are kind of like competing for number one next week, or at least they were until Taylor like did her classic little like dropping new versions of the song to get it to number one, discounting it, which like queen, love you for that. But
yeah, I mean, All's Fair and Love War in the Billboard top 10, I guess.
And like Paint the Town Red has been number one for like weeks, so I feel like Cruel Summer is just like time to like have its moment, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, Doja Cat was using her insane tricks and outrage marketing and demonic getting naked shit to get her song to number one. So if Taylor wants to do one little thing, like drop the live version,
let her have it. So many people when she does that are like, she's so desperate. I'd be wanting that number one too. If I saw myself at number two, I'd be like, hell no, I'm getting that number one.
Everyone is cheating at the same time, and like for Taylor Swift, that will happen again. Like she'll get the number one opportunity again, but for any other artist, if your song is top 5, top 10, you better start cheating to get it to be number one, because that may never happen for you again.
Right? Imagine being Dua Lipa and having the number 2 curse with multiple songs. Levitating, Don't Start Now. Like, she must hate her life.
I know. I used to get really upset, like, when I was so young about Ariana Grande, because she had to deal with that. Like, our like Problem was number 2. I know No Tears and, like, Bang Bang and Break Free were all so close.
Up there.
And, like, thank God now anything she drops is number 1. But, yeah, the number 2 curse would make me throw myself out of a building.
Yeah. No, same. Especially if it was an album too, because I feel like albums, like, imagine like Paint the Town Red, or no, what album is the Scarlet didn't even reach the top 2. It reached number 4, and I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. She had the number 1 song and her album didn't even go number 1.
Yeah, that was a little bit confusing to me, but that's how it kind of confirms like Doja Cat was building the number 1 based off the shock of it, and it was kind of like separate from the album. Like, no one was really like looking into her work as a whole and her artistry as a whole, because that's kind of not how Doja Cat launches herself, whereas Taylor Swift is seen as a more like album artist, a respected artist. Everyone listens to her whole albums. So
she really is the queen of albums, I feel.
Totally.
Like, out of any other artist. But it's insane that Cruel Summer is number 1 after it's going to be number 1 after 4 years.
I know. I mean, do you know the points? Is it really gonna win the like battle?
I saw some tweets saying that like with these new versions, Cruel Summer is now expected to be number 1, because I guess she was like tied with Doja Cat. They both had around like the same amount of points.
Wow.
And with her dropping these new versions, it's like, but could you imagine if she dropped the new versions and she didn't hit number 1 still? That'd be like, so embarrassing.
Doja tried to play back and drop some versions of Paint the Town Red, which might work.
Didn't that happen with Say So, when Doja released the remix of Say So with Nicki and the Savage remix with Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce? They were both like dropping multiple versions that same week, like fighting for the number 1. And then I think Say So got the number 1, but then Savage got number 1 like a couple weeks after that. But they were like battling a bit.
Yeah, that's messy. I mean, I guess good for them. I like it viewed as like a friendly competition. Yeah. Because it doesn't have to be like a cutthroat competition. Of course, everyone wants number 1, but at the same time, like they get it. They just get how the system goes.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of times it's just like their teams like fighting each other. Like, how do we like, you know what I mean? Like, get this number 1.
That reminds me when I was in high school and we were both nominated for Homecoming King.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, this is some tea that we're going to bring up. And I was trying to rig it for myself.
Yeah.
So hard.
We all were trying to rig it for you, I feel.
Really?
Yeah, like,
oh my God,
well, at least I was on your side. Like, I wanted,
Wait, well, why didn't you want to win?
I mean, I was just like,
you're happy to be there.
I was just happy to be there, like on the court, and I was like, yeah.
No, so basically, like this is kind of like relating to people who are trying to out rig each other to win. There was these like two people in our high school who were clearly trying to rig it for themselves to win, and they were going from advisory to advisory to pass out the voting sheets and make people vote for them. Mm-hmm. So once I found out that they were trying to rig it, I was like, my first thought wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry, like they're cheating, I hate them. Other bitches were crying. Other stupid hippos on the court were crying
and telling the people in charge, like they were doing the most. And then the people who were crying were the people who won homecoming king and queen.
So yeah, the people who were crying about their chances to be homecoming king taken away from them, because I guess some people do like really bank on peaking in high school, so maybe that was way deeper for them than us. But the fact that they were depressed and emotional over a stupid fucking title, like I don't care what they're doing now in life, I know it sucks. I don't care what you're doing, what you've achieved. Like if you are that stupid,
you peaked in high school.
If you were crying in the hallways. Anyway, my first thought was, I need to outrig it. Like I wasn't like upset, I wasn't sad, I was like, I need to outrig them. So I stole a bunch of people's student IDs and voted for myself on the computer a bunch of times.
You were like, I'm getting this.
And then some loser, teacher's pet loser, who I asked for their ID, told some teacher that I was asking for their ID. So I got disqualified. The person I was running with got disqualified. The other two people got disqualified. So the crybaby won.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure literally everyone got disqualified except for the crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if that's how you get through life, crying your way.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats to frickin' lations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine how much stupid shit they've cried about since then.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Anyway, I'm sure Doja Cat won't cry about losing number one to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, she's been number one for weeks. Like, she'll get over it.
But if you told 2019 me that Cruel Summer would be number one in 2023, in October, it's not even summer anymore.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what?
Especially because, like, I remember just being like, after she put out Lover, being like, oh, why is this song not a single? You know what I mean? Because it was like, it's such just like hit material.
Yeah.
But I never would have expected it to become a hit this year. Like,
Lover
it's actually
also
insane.
Came out in summer. So why didn't you make that the first single?
Right. That rollout was kind of messy. Like, starting with Me, then you need to calm down. Like, I feel like that's why that era was kind of just like, eh.
Yeah, but I don't know why Taylor was even crafting Me as a lead single when Cruel Summer was on the set list.
Yeah. She's just obsessed with like trying to spark like differentiation between eras.
Oh, for
and
sure.
So I feel like after Reputation, she was like, what's the most non-Reputation sounding song on this album? So that's why she went with Me.
Totally.
But commercial wise, she definitely should not have done that.
Yeah. I think it would have been cool just to like go back to singing about love though. Like you don't have to have a big statement like I love myself again. Like you could just go back to like singing about love, and that would really prove that like you're over it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But anyway, good for Taylor, and I want to go number one. So I'll be streaming all week, and if it's not, we'll discuss next week.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Tea.
But yeah, we should also discuss the biggest news of the week, right? Because there's some tea going on right now with Britney Spears. I feel like there's always tea going on with Britney Spears. Like there's always something. Mm-hmm. But now with her putting out her memoir and there being so much tea with like what she's saying about Justin Timberlake, her family, like she really did share a lot in the memoir that like people weren't expecting.
Did you pre-order it?
I didn't. Did you?
I did. I'm going to try to read it so fast. I usually read books so slow because like I'll do this thing where I will read a page and I'll have read it, but I won't think I digested it enough. So I'll reread it. And then I'll just keep reading the book for so fucking long. But I'm really going to try to read this book fast. But I feel like it's going to be the most chaotic, insane, like word vomit book of all time. Yeah. So I don't know. It might be fun.
I feel like I want to read it, but also I'm like, I see everything that she's talking about through like Pop Crave. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm
true.
like, is it
really,
even
need to,
like what's the point in like reading this anymore? But I guess like it could still be fun.
I know. Did you see that like the book was supposed to be like 325 pages, but it was cut down to 288 because of all the cease and desist that were sent to her? So she was silenced.
But like she still included a lot about Justin Timberlake. So like did he send her like cease and desist?
I know. I wonder what like the redacted content was.
Yeah, it was probably like from her family. Like I'm sure like her parents sent her cease and desist.
If I were her, I would take a photo of Jamie Spears' small penis and put it in the book.
In the book.
That'd be the first page. I'd be like, look at my dad. He's such a loser. I hate him
I
so
wouldn't
much.
put that past Britney too. Like she would totally do something like that.
I want the audible version of it too.
But she's not even narrating it, which is like so sad. But yeah, she should make a picture book like separate of just like ugly pictures of like her family and Justin Timberlake and Diane Sawyer.
She puts all the best pictures of Diane Sawyer. Barbara Walters. Anyone who's wrong. Christina Aguilera. Oh, did you see Christina on the Tonight Show?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon was like, do you think you'll be in Britney's book? And she was like, she's scared.
That's literally her reaction.
She's like, I don't know. She's like thinking about the time she like pulled her hair and called her a bitch and slipped some lithium into her drink. I don't know.
Literally.
I don't think Christina Aguilera is like very innocent.
I don't either. There was definitely, I feel like there had to have been so much tea between them because they were like the it girls of their time and like they were put against each other, but they definitely hated each other as well. Like, because they both started like on that Disney shit. Yeah.
Christina just has such a bad reputation too.
Yeah. It's also interesting because I feel like Christina, like she had so many hits early on in her career. But like she wasn't able to have like that much longevity.
I was about to say, even though Britney has like had such a tumultuous journey, like she's had way more longevity than Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, for sure. Like if Britney put out a song right now, it would probably like go number one.
It'd be top 10 at least.
Yeah, like a solo song, not like mind your business. Yeah, like you know what I mean.
Mind your beat, mind your beat, mind your beat.
Where's she at? Where's she at?
There she go. There she go.
Oh, that should be our nonsense outro.
Oh yeah. Let's just sing that.
Improvise it. But yeah, so basically Britney was saying that she got an abortion. It was at the age of 19, right?
Yeah.
She got pregnant with Justin Timberlake's baby. They were in a relationship at the time. Your reaction, you're like...
It's just so like crazy. It's just so messy.
Yeah. And so she got the abortion. Do you know like how long after they broke up after that?
It was late 2000. I'm not sure the timeline of their relationship, but
okay, interesting.
It seems like they were together for a little bit after that, but not like that long.
Yeah.
But also, that whole journey must have not been very long because remember when he was like bragging about taking her virginity on SNL or some news station? So taking her virginity, then getting her pregnant and asking her to get an abortion, like he put her through so much.
Yeah. So, and meanwhile, she was the one who was getting like a bunch of hate for that, for like losing her virginity to him.
Yeah, it's weird that like
interviews.
Justin's PR team was fighting her so much, and I know we're not supposed to give an explanation to your statement that Britney Spears made Justin Timberlake famous, but he really just capitalized off of his relationship with her.
Yeah.
His first song by himself after NSYNC didn't really do very well, but his first song about Britney Spears did super well, and that's what launched his solo career at all. So he literally was like playing this up in the media so much, just totally like villainizing Britney to get the public on his side to listen to his music and pummeling her into the ground any chance he could get, only for his own press and PR.
So she made him famous essentially.
His fame is like based on Britney Spears' misery.
And like I was so interested to see like what she would be saying in this memoir, because we've been seeing for weeks now reports being like sources say that Justin Timberlake is nervous about what Britney Spears is going to reveal. Totally. And now did you see those reports about how like it has caused conflicts with like his family too, because he didn't like tell his wife about the abortion he experienced with Britney Spears and like stuff like that.
I think all is fair in like the memoir world. I know his response to this was like, or him and his wife Jessica Biel, they were like, we just wish everyone would move on and stop bringing up the past. Like that was their statement to people or something, or from their managers. But it's like, yes, Britney Spears is bringing up the past in a memoir, but the past was always misconstrued that has altered her life up until this point. So yeah, she's bringing up the past, but she's bringing up the past to clear up her present. So it's not like she's just being some like vengeful asshole.
Yeah.
Like it's actually very necessary that finally her story's being told.
Yeah.
And I don't get why she was so quiet back in the day when Justin was dragging her through the mud. I know she said small things like, yeah, Justin said I cheated on him. He's not lying, but he's not telling the truth. There's so much more to the story, but she wouldn't say what the story was.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it must have just been like her team of people around her, maybe like her family, like telling her like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to say. Like I feel like people back then especially were so media trained, especially like women in the industry.
Yeah.
And she was already getting like hate from like interviewers and stuff like that, just like shamed about it. So I don't know, but like it's weird because you'd think that, I mean, if that happened now to like a woman in the industry, like I feel like they would definitely like fight back. But
yeah, for
back
sure.
then it was like so different.
Yeah, she definitely was one of like the pioneers of like how to be a pop star.
Yeah.
Especially in like the current day and age. Because before there was like Madonna and Cher, but there wasn't like individual like modern day pop stars that really like taught you how to respond to conflicts like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks that Britney had to, you know, be the martyr for all the pop girls these days and like bite the bullet so everyone knows how to handle themselves now. Because everyone's like, look what happened to Britney. The industry destroyed her. Now people are much more protected, which is good. And there's much more just protection around pop stars. I don't know, but it sucks that Britney had to be put through all that. And whenever people are like, look at her now, she's so messed up. I was watching Good Morning America the other day, and I forgot who the anchors are now. I forgot their name, but like one of them was like, so we see her videos on Instagram dancing with the knives. Like, is someone watching her? Is she okay? As if she's literally like an insanely mentally ill
As if she
person.
needs someone to just babysit her all day.
Yeah, and it was about her memoir too. Someone from People was coming in to promote her memoir, and their first question was, is someone watching Britney or like making sure she doesn't like kill herself or something? I was just like, damn.
Yeah, that's insane.
They're so mean on GMA.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it sucks that it took like this long for her to have to like share her story, like share her memoirs and stuff like that, because I feel like this should have like happened like years ago.
Totally.
Like we're in 2023 now. She's been in her career started what, like 25 years ago, something like that.
1999, 24 years ago.
24 years ago. Insane.
Before we were born. That's crazy.
Literally before we were born. So like that's even crazy to think about too, is that like we didn't grow up like seeing this shit on the news and stuff like that. Like this is shit that we have to like go back and like watch and be like, wow, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
But like we didn't like.
It's also wild that we also know Britney and root for her so hard because how much longevity she's had.
Yeah.
So she's such a like a pillar in pop culture that even though she's kind of before our time, and even when she was like shaving her head, we were so young we didn't really know like what was going on. But yeah, she's just that loved by everyone.
Low key for our generation, I feel like Jamie Lynn Spears like put her on the map because Jamie Lynn Spears was on Zoe 101.
Oh my god, true.
And that's how we like found out about Britney, or at least I did, because I was like, oh, her sister is this pop star.
No, that's true. I may have inadvertently known Jamie more than Britney.
I may have
a certain amount of time.
her harder than Britney for a bit.
When you accidentally stand someone who you shouldn't.
When Jamie Lynn Spears made Britney famous for our generation.
Never.
Oh my gosh, the gays are not going to be happy about that statement, but
no, it's obviously not true.
Obviously not true. I mean, Jamie Lynn Spears,
that little whore got herself pregnant. Okay. That's tea though.
Jamie Lynn Spears getting pregnant. Yeah.
Who is that with?
Some
and why didn't she get an abortion?
I don't know, but it was with some random man. Like from her, I think like from her hometown or something like that. I don't even fucking know. But
it's their choice. I'm happy for her. I'm just saying, if Britney was young and her family was like, get the abortion, and then Jamie was young and they were like, don't. I wonder what the difference was.
Yeah, unless Jamie was like, no, I'm not doing this, like standing up for herself. But like she was so young too. So, wow. Crazy.
Wow. Especially because she had a lot to lose from that too, because she got hate for like decades for ruining Zoe 101 by getting pregnant.
Yeah, I wonder like what the tea is right now with like Britney and Jamie, like, because I feel like Britney will sometimes like do this thing where like she'll post like something about like her mom or her sister about like something like lovey-dovey, but then like and then say how much she hates them like the next day. So like
so relatable.
Right,
she's so toxic.
So yeah, I wonder like what that tea is, but there's so much still that we don't know, and I'm like so eager to know.
I know. I'm excited to read the book.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, we need like a documentary like from her, like with her in it, like telling it. Like she was saying that she's not doing like any press or anything, but she needs to sit down with Oprah. She needs to have like an hour-long interview.
Her talk, like
yeah,
outside of like to her Instagram camera, because she makes so much sense sometimes in her Instagram caption, but also no sense at all. I feel like I'm low-key like her in that sense. Like sometimes like I come across crazy, but I swear I make sense.
Yeah. But I saw today, like, she has no plans to return to music, which is like so sad. And like, I get it because she did it for so long and like was low key an industry plant.
Totally.
And like, if you're an industry plant and you're planted that hard, that can get like so exhausting.
Yeah.
And so,
not saying she's not extremely talented.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talented industry plants, you know what I mean? Sure. Like an industry plant, like being that one isn't like a bad thing, but like she was definitely like very much like crafted by like this team of people, and like they were like, you sing this way, sing like, and that's proven by the fact that like when she was younger she had this like big voice, and then when she started making music she was like
she did the baby prostitute voice.
Yeah.
The taste is
oh wait, what I think I did it again.
Baby.
Yeah, they were like sluttier when she was in the booth. Like dumber. Younger. She's like, I can't do it anymore.
She made it sound good though.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we love it though. We eat it up.
Like, I get why she doesn't like want to return to music, and like she was performing for so long too. Like up until just like a few years ago, I feel like 2018 is when she like did her last Vegas thing. I'm pretty sure.
Low key, when she used to do those performances in 2018, I was clowning her a little.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were the best.
And then like, I mean, she was just like not putting in any effort to show that she was singing, you know what I mean?
I know. And I just like didn't, I was really frustrated with her back then because I was like, is no one else seeing that like something is wrong with her?
Yeah. It's also crazy that she was literally a judge on the X Factor.
I know.
Like
you could tell she was forced to be in that chair too.
Like she was mentoring B. Miller and Carly Rae Claire.
That's like the blind leading the blind. I'm kidding. But I'm just saying that because like Britney did not want to be there. Her experiences, like what she went through, she really doesn't have much to teach people about like these days. Yeah. So, and like you don't want Britney to pass on what she was taught because it was toxic. So it kind of sucks that she was like passing on like these toxic mindsets to these girls.
Yeah,
and that did show. She was trying to like change B to like be this whole character.
Yeah,
and
like,
B was like, I actually didn't like
the
what Britney was doing
that
to me.
She put her in were like so weird.
Yeah. She was definitely. I love B though.
I love B. Miller too, and Carly Rae Claire.
Is Carly Rae a lesbian now?
I don't think so.
Oh,
is she?
Okay.
Did you think she was like back then?
Yes.
Like I don't think so.
Oh,
I actually met her. I actually met her at like this like Grammy party, and she was so nice. I was like, I literally stan you.
To you?
No, I said that to her.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No. But no, because she was like my fave on that show.
I know. My fave was definitely B. When she went home, I was really upset.
I know. She didn't really make it like too far. She made it like top 10.
Yeah.
Then like obviously Fifth Harmony was that season. We were both harmonizers.
For sure. Still are.
Camila stans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dinah Jane stans.
We love Dinah Jane. Yeah. But T, oh my gosh.
Didn't Allie Brooke be like, we're going to do a reunion of Fifth Harmony?
She's been saying that, and it's like, girl, do the other girls know about this?
Yeah. Wait, do you have any insider tea about that?
I mean, Allie Brooks said recently, she tweeted after she said like, oh, a reunion's coming, or like something's coming, we're working on something. She tweeted after that, she was like, reunions mean a lot of things. We're not really planning like an actual like music reunion. It's like, girl, like, so why would you say that then? Or something? Yeah, you're going out to Chili's.
They're gonna take a photo together. Is that the reunion?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I don't know. You're gonna drop like anniversary merch.
Yeah, I mean, Allie Brooks said she only gets $5,000 a month from Fifth Harmony now. That's not a lot at all.
Not a lot.
She can barely needs to go to work
live off of that, honestly.
I know. It makes me feel bad about everyone on Stan Twitter saying like she needs to work at McDonald's or something.
I know.
Because $5K a month is not getting you out of McDonald's.
I wonder if she makes more from like other shit.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so. I hope they all do, because like
her solo music did okay.
That's actually kind of demonic how like their songs have billions and billions of streams, but they're not getting any money from it because they didn't write the songs and they don't like own the songs.
Yeah, it's actually weird that like they stop them. It's weird that like record labels will stop people from writing their own songs.
Yeah,
it's almost like a setup so they can get all the money. Like let the artist write a bit so they can get paid too.
Especially with like Fifth Harmony too. It's like there's 5 of them. Like, don't you want them to get paid so that they can just like continue their careers? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, because even Allie Brooke was saying that too. She was like, yeah, we didn't have publishing on some of our biggest hits, but that should have been something that the label would like would fight for. You know what I mean?
It's interesting that Camila was like such a good writer.
Camila has always been a good songwriter.
Right off the bat, she was like, I write all my songs, like Crying in the Club. I have questions. I write all that. Do you know if Normani writes her songs? Because she's the only other one in the group with like big hits.
I mean, technically, like Ariana wrote Motivation, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She isn't. Well, she has like Love Lies.
Yeah. I'm sure she has like writing credits. Like she probably wrote like some of them
at like 2 minutes. She like added some like ad lib.
Yeah, some ad lib. I'm sure she wrote like some shit, but I feel like that's songs in general. Like most songs we see are just like created initially by songwriters, and the artist will go in the studio and kind of like tweak it a bit. Yeah. So, yeah.
Speaking of record labels setting their clients up for failure, Megan Thee Stallion. She's independent now.
Megan Thee Stallion is independent now, which is great for her because she has gone through like a 3-year legal battle with her former record label, 1501 Entertainment, which was like an independent record label based out of Houston that she signed to when she like first started blowing up. But she had like a legal battle with them. They like, I remember there was one time there were reports saying that they weren't allowing her to released a song with BTS. I think it ended up coming out. It was like the Butter remix.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so they were like kind of like holding her back for a while, and so like now she's finally out of that contract, and she said that she like doesn't want to sign with a label right now. She wants to just like do everything independently, like through her own funds, Hot Girl Productions.
Yeah, I mean, Traumazine got no promo, so
yeah.
She doesn't really need a label at this point. They're not going to help her at all.
Exactly. And I feel like she can just get like TikTok hits like on her own. And that's like really like what you need.
I wonder if she gets paid a lot from her albums though, because she definitely writes her own songs. So I wonder like how, like if the record label's pissed that she's getting all the money and she's leaving them now, which I mean, as they deserve. They were literally trying to like ruin her career. And she's one of the strongest people in the industry for sure. After everything she's been through. And there's some people who have like great labels and people love them so much, but they don't put out music. They don't work hard. Like they don't want it, like Normani. But then there's other people like Megan Thee Stallion, who her label is literally trying to sue her, bring her to court, won't help her at all. And she'll literally like sue them back, write all her own songs, pay for them by herself, and like really wants it so hard. Yeah. So she's like one of the coolest people in the industry who like actually loves her fans. Yeah,
I was just gonna say, you could tell she really cares about like giving new music to her fans and stuff like that, because she could have easily like taken like a couple years long break. And like she did take a little bit of a break after like the Tory Lanez stuff, but it wasn't even that long. You know what I mean? Like she put out her Cardi collab this year, and like
I knew it wouldn't be that long because she's just such a workaholic. She's in a musical called Dicks.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I want to see it.
I keep seeing it get promoted on TikTok, but only the Megan part. I don't know what the actual musical is.
I don't know like what the plot is at all. But yeah, now she's teasing her era. Did you see like the snakes that she's been posting? Like she's in her Reputation era too. Oh my gosh, look at her Insta right now.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
She's literally in her Reputation era. You and her are like the same.
I know. The Reputation era isn't as fun as you think it is, you guys. I'm actually like really
I feel
upset.
like it's a little like depressing at first when you first put on the black clothing, but then like once you start embracing it, it's like, ooh, I kind of look hot in all black, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, the Act 1 thing. Interesting. She is in her Reputation era. That's so crazy.
And a little bit of like her Renaissance era too with the Act 1.
Oh my God.
I wonder why she doesn't sign to Beyonce's label.
What's her label called?
Parkwood, what like Chloe and Halle are signed to.
Oh my God, we have to get into Halle too, but we can wait. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if Beyonce like maybe Megan didn't want to ask or like overstep.
Yeah, I mean Megan also is signed to Rock Nation with like she.
Oh my God, yeah, with Jay-Z. So why not just do the trifecta?
Right. So I'm sure like there's a difference between like being independent and like actually being independent, you know, like Megan Thee Stallion, even though she says she's an independent artist, isn't signed to a major label, which is true. She still has a team of people, you know, she has Rock Nation and like she has like a big management team. Like she's not doing it completely by herself. She just it's just coming like from her own budget.
Well, yeah, the budget for herself would come to like her music videos and her production, and I guess the management wouldn't cover that side.
Yeah.
I guess they would like promote all the things she's doing though.
Like I'm sure she'll still have promotion.
Did you see that Lotto said she's her own manager?
Yeah, I saw that.
Lotto, I feel like she's doing a lot too. She just had that food commercial with Christina Aguilera.
And she just like had a brand deal with like Halls where like they put out her own like she has like her whole own Halls, the cough drops.
Yeah.
her own like branded cough drops. I'm like, girl, like she's doing a lot. She's low-key becoming like Saweetie with these brand deals.
I know. It's like she has to capitalize on her one hit before her moment has passed.
And she had
Saweetie did.
She had that meal at the Lotto meal at Wingstop.
Oh, she went to the Sweetie school of pimping yourself out with one hit.
I can't believe Saweetie had a whole ass Saweetie meal.
I know.
That's actually crazy.
I thought that was weird because I guarantee you 85% of people who drove up to McDonald's and saw the Saweetie meal was like, who?
They're like, who's that?
Who? They just thought she was like a local like hottie that they put on the like
literally because they had like
menu.
the BTS meal. They had like the Cardi and Offset meal.
Oh yeah.
Like what else?
Like what does the Cardi and Offset meal taste like? Infidelity. What does the Saweetie meal taste like?
Yeah.
Plastic,
Saweetie and sour sauce.
So smart. Saweetie and sour sauce.
But yeah, what were you saying? Lotto being her own manager. Is she like sitting there sending emails like,
hey, it's Lotto.
This is my rate for.
I think I would like really have a good meal at McDonald's because like.
But yeah.
She's doing a lot though, but like I don't even do that much. Like I'm like a lousy TikToker, and even I'm like I need a manager. Like I can't deal with this shit myself.
I could never do this shit myself. Holy shit.
No, I literally would have 0 seconds of free time if I was doing this
even
by
like
myself.
Contracts and stuff like that. I'm like, this is too much for me.
I know I have to sign one.
Invoices,
today.
stuff like that, NDAs, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love my manager. Good for Lotto. I mean. Her manager should stop telling her to fight with Nicki Minaj on the phone now. her voice in her head. Speaking of new eras, Dua Lipa is teasing.
Yes, Dua is teasing. She's teasing like a kaleidoscope aesthetic. Have you been seeing that? Like she changed all of her album arts. She blacked out her Insta.
Oh, she blacked it out?
Which I feel like that's kind of becoming like everyone's doing that nowadays. Do something else for your like promo to start an era. Be more innovative, yeah. I am getting tired of that. Like T Swift low-key started it with the Reputation era. And everyone just started doing it after her. Just like do your own shit.
Yeah, it should have started and ended with that. She kind of is the blueprint though.
Yeah, and
what would be another exciting way to start an era though? To like start to tease.
Right? Like, I don't know, just start like posting shit. Like I feel like there's no point in just like wiping out your social media.
Or just like keep all your old social media posts, but start like slowly and ominously like dropping clues and like a slow
I feel like are a good one.
Transition into this. Like make your social media posts like fade. Like don't make it totally blacked out.
You actually know who's like doing a perfect job at teasing right now?
Who?
Camila.
Is she really?
Yeah, like she hasn't wiped out anything. Like I'm gonna show you her Insta feed right now. Like you can tell she's teasing something because she's just like posting like pictures all the time, and her captions you can just tell that they're lyrics.
I saw this right before I walked in here and I was like, wait, is this a new era?
But yeah, you can tell it's like it's giving new era, you know what I mean? Like new music is definitely coming from her, but she doesn't have to like wipe out her feed to show that.
Totally.
Yeah,
I want her back so bad.
She's doing it the right way.
I saw a mural across the street and I thought it was of her.
Of
and
Camila?
It was like a big mural, but
I would have been over there taking a picture with it.
I know.
Twerking in front of it.
That's how much I like am thinking of her.
No, she needs to like bless us with new music for sure.
So not to like be crazy here, because apparently I'm crazy and a bitch, but last week I hooked up with a guy who looked just like Shawn Mendes.
Can you show me a picture?
Yeah, I will. Oh
my gosh.
I'm like, do I remember his name? I do.
Wait, from the gay app, Grindr?
Yes.
I was like, the gay app.
I forgot. Oh my god, wait, where's his Instagram? Okay.
So it was just like a one-time thing?
Yeah, but like I was just thinking of, well, no, it's gonna be more than one.
Oh, you hear that? Oh wait, he does look like him.
Wait.
Similar facial vibes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Literally could be his cousin.
And when he walked in, I was like, wait, you look like Shawn. He was like, I get that every single day. Please stop. And he told me he saw Shawn and Camila at a gym around here before when they were still dating. And they were like working out together and stuff. And he waited until they left. So he wouldn't like be rude and like interrupt them. So he was waiting outside, asked them both for a selfie. Camila took one with him. Shawn said no, because he thinks Shawn sees him on TikTok and he makes fun of Shawn on TikTok because he looks like him.
Oh.
So Shawn was taking photos with other fans, but not him.
No way. Oh, Shawn definitely saw him then.
Yeah.
Shawn seems a little bit petty like that too. Like he...
For sure.
Yeah.
A little bit sensitive.
A little sassy. Yeah.
But I don't know. It was wild. Like when the TV screen went off, or when the lights went off, and only the TV screen was on when we were like hanging out. Just the shadow cast on his face. It literally looked like I was kissing like Shawn Mendes.
Were you into that though? Were you like in your mind like imagining him being Shawn Mendes?
I guess I'm always like I would never hook up with Shawn, but in the moment I was like Shawn.
You start saying his name. He's like, what? And you're just like, go with it.
Señorita.
You're like, can you please sing me Señorita?
I was picturing Shawn.
like, let's be honest.
Like purposely.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Wait, that's actually T. Oh my gosh. He does look a lot like him.
A lot. It was wild.
I was kind of get scared about like telling people, oh, you look like this person. Because what if they think that person's like ugly, or like, you know, like what if they get offended by that? But
I was thinking you look like someone the other day.
Who?
So you went to Miami last week?
Yeah,
right?
I did go to Miami.
A lot of people get plastic surgery in Miami. Did you
Are
get
you
any?
insinuating that I got some work done?
Your lip looks flipped.
I mean, did you see me on Dr. Miami's Snapchat story?
I just opened the store and it's like passed out. You like,
me, like,
he's like sawing
getting
into
ass
your
injections.
He like flips your limp body over. I hate how plastic surgeons just like throw your ass around, like saw your ass, like as if you're like a dummy, like a crash
No, literally,
dummy.
it's like you're not a human. You're just like a squishmallow.
You have great like lips though. Like your upper lip looks like you got a lip flip. Like all the Kardashians paid to get your lip.
You think so? Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe I got one in Miami. You never know.
What sound did I just make? Oh my god. I thought I was gonna throw up there for a second.
You just like started projectile timing.
Anyway, I feel like we had one more topic to talk about, right? Oh yeah, Halle Bailey pregnant. How could we forget?
Gosh. I have been like nervous about this news for like months, you know, because it's been like in speculation. She's been like wearing baggy clothing. Like people have been like, oh, she appears pregnant, but obviously you never want to assume. But then last week there was a picture of her and her mans, who he shall not be named, spotting out in public, taking a stroll through Santa Monica, and she's very clearly pregnant.
Yeah. I am very upset by this. I was informed that I'm a cunt for being upset by this, but I'm upset by it.
Yeah.
And I understand like if it's a perfect world, we can all assume Halle wanted this and she loves DGG and this was totally planned. Sure, that is totally a possibility here. And if it is, we're happy for them. By the way, my like undertone was like, of course we're happy for her no matter what. Like she's pregnant, that's great.
Yeah, like she'll be a great mother.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. But at the other flip of the coin, it's like so many people online are absolutely outraged because of how DGG has the propensity to sabotage her career, and legit wrote a song about how he wants to sabotage her career called Famous.
Yeah.
The worst thing he ever did was fall in love with a famous bitch, and he gets so insecure. Like in the song he sings, "Why are you still famous? Like you must be getting paid well. You know I'm insecure. Don't touch that guy in that movie. Don't go to this party. I might tweet something to ruin your career. I might say something to the press to ruin your
like
career."
Giving like very controlling vibes, which is just like not okay.
Yeah, and it seemed as though someone at the height of their career wouldn't want to be pregnant right now, especially because she's said she's worked on an album, just came out with the Little Mermaid. She said her and Chloe just worked on an album. She'll probably go on tour. So the fact that I even have to spell this out to you guys, like this was all assumed. The last time I was talking about this on my own podcast, Pop Culture University, go check it out on my YouTube, Petty Pop Culture. That was all assumed. I'm just saying, a lot of people are extremely upset, and I'm upset for her because if we're assuming the worst of DDG, like most of us do, it seemed like he baby trapped her.
Oh, 100%. And that's just like, you're smiling in. You're like, ate that.
Yeah, is that how I have to talk every time I say anything online now? Give a 3-minute disclaimer before I say anything?
No, honestly, keep being yourself. Who gives a fuck about the haters?
I just cannot be like on a camera today. I'm such a bitch.
Haters are just like, I don't know, haters, like they really are the problem themselves. If they're pressed that much about something you're doing, like they need to go touch grass.
It's just like, I am like trying to be like entertaining and like reflect the outrage of,
and you are,
Twitter and the like whole sphere of stands online, and it seems like they would get it. And everyone says a billion times worse things, but when you say something on camera, with your face showing and your name attached to it, then you're like evil. You're the worst person to ever exist.
There's a video I posted recently on Instagram and I got a bunch of hate comments on. One of the hate comments has 100,000 likes.
See, it's the mom mentality for me, but they probably agreed with what you said though too.
I don't know. So it's like shit like that though I literally don't pay attention to or like try not to get pressed over because I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, like I'm me at the end of the day. Like I'm going to spill my shit. I'm going to like talk my shit if I need to, but I'm just going to I'm just going to be me and I'm not going to like change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm glad we're having this conversation because we're like both pop culture commentators in like different ways on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. Like we both do the same thing. Obviously we like talk about different stuff, but it's like people think we're supposed to be these news anchors from like CBS News and have no opinions like Ryan Seacrest and say nothing mean.
Not be like biased or anything, which I like I don't consider myself like a music reviewer or like a journalist even. Like we're
like normal guys who put ourselves online.
We're literally just content creators. Like that's what we do. And like we never once referred to ourselves as like reporters.
Reporters. We're not.
Yeah, and that's like one thing where like if people call me a reporter, I'm like like I don't do that because that means that you can't have like any bias. You can't like give your personality, give your opinion. Whereas like
we're talking about this stuff because the passion.
Yeah,
and because of our passion, we have bias.
Yeah,
that's why. Exactly. And I hate when people cast the job description on me like for me like they're saying, oh no, you're reporting news wrong. I'm like, oh, that's not what I do.
Yeah. And I used to just like report and like not give opinions really. Like I would do that a lot. But then once I stopped doing that and like really like started showing my personality and opinions more, like I felt so much happier in the stuff that I was making.
Yeah.
Even if it flopped, I was like, I'm so much happier with like these videos. So it's like, I don't know. I will never be someone who just like strictly reports, like, you know.
Totally. And obviously we're going to like push the conversation in maybe like a negative way to have an exciting, full-rounded talk about this subject. We're not just going to be nice and smiley. Yes, we might throw a jab or make a insane joke or be irreverent to certain topics, but that's because like that's what we're trying to do, to be entertaining.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you can't tell media from real life, that's on you.
So true. It's like at the end of the day, you should not be getting this pressed over what someone is saying online. Like this should not be affecting you that much to the point where you have to make a hate comment. I'm sorry. Like I never think to make hate comments at all. Even like before doing videos and stuff, like I was never just like a hater on the internet. People like that, especially if they have like blank profile pictures, like that's the shit that pisses me off because you know it's an ugly ass person. You know it's an ugly ass person sitting behind that screen giving hate. And it's like, you're really going to give hate and be ugly.
And no like fellow content creator ever leaves hate comments on my post ever.
Yeah.
Because they understand.
They know, like, yeah, exactly.
It's always the NPCs. It's always the hating ass bitches who never win.
The haters.
Hating bitches never win and winning bitches never hate.
Yeah. But anyways, back to Halle.
Anyway, yeah, people were just saying I'm awful for not being like happy for her. Sorry about that. I have all this evidence to not be happy. Let's just discard it all.
You can be happy for her and still angry at the situation because it's with DDG.
Totally.
And like, and everybody on the internet, like for the most part, I feel like has that opinion too. You know what I mean? Like people on Twitter, at least, like my Twitter timeline does not like DDG and is not happy about Halle being pregnant with his child.
And that photo of her pregnant didn't go viral because we're happy for her.
Yeah.
It went viral because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And that's so true because like pregnancy photos like that could like go viral because people are like, oh my gosh, they're pregnant. Like that's so exciting.
Yeah, we love that.
But this is like the type of thing where it's like, okay, these photos will get posted and there will be like a lot more quote tweets than likes.
Lots of shares.
Yeah. And so the ratio will just be like,
yeah.
Anyway,
I guess I'm happy for her that she's having a baby. At the end of the day, like this isn't like, now that she definitely is pregnant, I know it wasn't confirmed, but those photos like definitely confirmed it. At the end of the day, this isn't the worst situation. It does stink that maybe she's such an amazing person that she probably could have gotten like her Jay-Z, like a billionaire who's a boss and publicly only talks about her well and things like that. Like that, I think we just wanted that fantasy for her. And that's why we're like, damn, like DDG, you know, kind of has a bad track record. But at the end of the day, this isn't the worst situation. Being a young mom is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And she gets to have this young baby in the same like generation as all the Kardashians' kids. Like all these young stars are just having baby these days. So it's kind of something she could capitalize on.
Yeah, she'll definitely be a good mom. And I mean, she'll have Chloe as an aunt. I'm sure Beyonce will be like their little auntie too, which will be like so cute. Like I'm sure she'll be friends with Beyonce's kids.
Yeah.
And that'll be cute. But that's crazy. Like did Kylie have her first baby at 19?
Yeah, I think she was pregnant at 19, but had it at 20.
20, and then she had another at 23 or 24.
I forgot.
I think it was probably 24. So I guess like around, Halle's 23, so around that like same age.
She's our age?
She's literally our
Whoa.
age. Yeah. But yeah, she was like the Little Mermaid. And so like, I saw people on Twitter saying that like, they think this is going to ruin her chances of getting like Oscars from that, which I don't know if that would happen.
Yeah, I don't think there's a correlation there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a correlation there.
Disney stars have done worse than get pregnant by their boyfriend at 23.
Yeah, and she's not even like full on Disney star. Like she was in one Disney movie.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, she's still like, you know.
Right. The week that the Little Mermaid came out, she posted a TikTok with the audio of Pound Town. Oh yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
Disney girlies.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a Disney girlie doing this in 2008? Could you imagine Miley doing that?
Oh, that would have been like, the world would have stopped.
Her career would have been over.
Yeah, it would have been on Good Morning America the next day.
Yeah, 100%.
With Diane Sawyer judgmental ass to make another young star cry.
What is her obsession with that? So evil.
I don't know. I think a lot of adults like to make kids cry.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Is that all we want to talk about today?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No nonsense outro this week because Patty's just like too depressed in his Reputation era. Like,
yeah. I only perform for people who are nice.
Yeah. But stay tuned next week and we will have a nonsense outro for sure.
Totally.
Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.